depressive day for the unemployed. The lawsuit ain't looking so hot for Denims, so she decides to backstab some other people.
As predicted, the disloyalty is already shining through in the Ethan Klein lawsuits, with Denims throwing the Reddit and Discord mods under the bus immediately in one of her first court filings, sacrificing them to the legal corn.
Denims and Ethan's lawyers both seem to be in agreement that unmasking the H3 Snark mods is warranted and should be expedited. Absolutely no love in these streets, no loyalty, you know. For Denims, it's survival over solidarity.
But once you're in the courtroom legally, whether you like it or not, these defendants are all in it for themselves. These Reddit mods looked at Denims, looked at Casey Tron, looked at Frogan, and saw these massive legal funds. They saw all this money in those legal funds, and they thought that was going to go to help them as well. They thought that would help their case.
What do these virgin mods think this is socialism? They're expecting handouts? Someone is trying to settle. Let's be objective here. This is the right decision for Denims. You know, I'd probably backstab all those Redditors too. Generally a bad sign for those being subpoenaed when both opposing parties agree that expedited discovery to unmask them is warranted. Counsel for Ethan Klein sent counsel for Denims the proposed subpoenas to Reddit and Discord, to which counsel for Denims does not object.
Objection!
Ethan Klein's lawyers basically requested a pause to the lawsuit in order to subpoena Snark mods before proceeding so they could be legally named moving forward.
Pretty close,
so
because...
so the moderators of the Snark that I show in this video, they colluded with these creators to help create a market substitute for my work. And it was pinned by moderators. So these moderators are named as co-conspirators. And now that we've filed a complaint officially, we can subpoena Reddit for to see if they have any identifying information so that we can also sue them.
This guy is high-key scary. You know, he got a lot of money and a lot of time, so he doesn't care. You know, I never want to get on this dude's bad side.
Yeah, so that's the good thing. A lot of these people have already tried deleting evidence, which is no bueno.
Kind of like what Frogan did when she wiped all her Twitch VODs. Probably the dumbest thing you can do. I do find it comical how they immediately turned on the Reddit and Discord mods, even though those were likely the people that funded their legal defense because, you know, they had a shared interest in it too. Funnily enough, Casey Tron actually raised the most money, with Frogan being dead last.
Base?
Getting sued for copyright infringement, so time to slut it up, I guess, lol.
She was upset that she was being called a whore, and then I said, if you don't want to be called that, don't have an OnlyFans.
And Denims' lawsuit defense fund ain't looking good. In the last week, she raised like less than $100, and 2 days ago was the last dono for 5 buckarooskies. Should genuinely be better off starting a lemonade stand. Thank you, Ethan Klein. You are my best friend. You made Denims do this. You are the legend. Well, at least the Reddit mods are happy. Well, granted, they were, until she threw them under the bus without even trying to fight it, when she very well could have, apparently.
So there is no objection from Denims whatsoever. So Denims, their counsel had the ability to object to this. They had the ability to fight back against this. They made a decision. They elected to say, we are not going to raise any defense on behalf of the Reddit or Discord mods. We're not going to defend them in any way. We're not going to push back against this. We're not going to say, hey, let's wait till after we do this.
When the ship is sinking, you gotta leave. So one of the mods was actually named Ozempic Dealer, and you know, this is one of the times I would advocate getting high on your own supply. All right, boys, we got the Epstein list of Redditors. Let's check it out. H3 Snark Mod Team 2, Roman P, Right Salamander, Cav 2, H3 Snark Mod Team 3, Rog Salamander, Right Salamander, Pure Press, Sarah Horn Jewets, Sarah Horn, Sarah, Yogi Bear X. Oh, you thought I was playing? Nah, this guy's actually a Scooby-Doo villain at this point. LMAO, they're all deleting their accounts, and you know, nothing screams innocent like putting your tail between your legs and running for the hills. They're about to find out. Nah, like, Ethan was popping off and like looking for his haters. In today's age of rapidly improving technology, anonymity is nearly impossible to maintain, even for a throwaway Twitter account. For example, the operator behind this account is a 37-year-old single male who is currently unemployed and living with his parents, and then he drops his name and says you don't need to know his name, he just needs to know that I do.
I don't know who you are. I will look for you. I will find you. And I will
sue you.
I don't want anything to do with this. I want to get out of this. They try to bargain with Ethan Klein. They try to get some sort of settlement with Ethan Klein. This is when the knives come out. This is when people start stabbing the others in the back willingly just to try to escape this, just to try to get out of this.
Finally, the queen of cell phone is owning somebody else, even though they're on her side technically.
It was a misinput, calm down!
That some of these mods are going to jump ship, and some of the mods are also going to point fingers back at the content creators, back at Denims, back at Frogan, back at Caseytron, and possibly at other content creators.
Dear redacted, age 39, male, unemployed, noticing a trend. You live in Texas, but your family lives in Minnesota. Yeah, Ethan Klein is literally, Ethan Klein's on his taken arc. Hands down the scariest YouTuber on the platform right now. You don't want to fuck with him. Also, I'm not even remotely shocked that all of the people this parasocially concerned with Ethan's life on Reddit are complete losers that have nothing going for them. You wasted the 39 years you've been granted shitposting on Twitter and obsessing over a Twitch millionaire. You're running out of time, my friends. How many Tinder swipes does it take to find a match? 100, 1,000, or have they stopped completely? Ethan Klein is the most pathetic man on the internet. We got the kettle calling the pot black. Ironically, the only reason they're calling Ethan pathetic is that he's going down to their level. On paper, Ethan Klein is a millionaire with a family, and most of his quote-unquote haters are like 39-year-old virgins living with their parents tweeting all day.
Ethan Klein is fully open to filing new lawsuits, as he's filed a new lawsuit today, or thinking about filing a new lawsuit today against another person on Twitter, on X.
Now, before you guys call me an Ethan meat rider, or God forbid, an Ethan Klein fan, I still gotta tell y'all, I haven't forgiven him for this.
Life's too short to exercise. I'm just gonna be honest. There's so many better things to do than exercise. We have finite time on this earth. And like, people, this is what I'm saying. The exercise is such a conspiracy.
Ethan, you'd really win the internet if you posted a video of you squatting 200 pounds below parallel.
200 pounds below parallel.
Hot take, but Frogan has handled this lawsuit the best. You know, she might have blundered initially, like deleting all the footage emotionally, but like since then, she hasn't been yapping about it at all and kept her mouth shut. Even XQC took Ethan's advice and actually paused the video when he had to go grab his food.
No one's gonna have in chat. So after I get my food, hold on, chat. I need like 20 seconds to chat.
Looking at the H3 Snark Reddit, they actually cleared everything in the last 3 months. I don't know if this is a good look. Like, nothing's popping up.
And this is going to escalate as we go into discovery. We haven't even got full communications yet, full emails, full messages. Once those things come out, it's only going to get worse because discovery will go deeper and deeper and deeper into the communications between those parties. So as this goes forward, I expect it to be very bloody, very messy.
And I think the Three Stooges here realize that this is serious. This isn't a joke. This isn't something you farm impressions over. This is something where you gotta, you know, put your head in the sand and like tough it out. If you made it this far, you get some special footage. I bullied a 40-year-old.
Tectone, you gotcha start a family, you're pushing 40. I hope to God me and you, WestJett, never get on call, because I mean this genuinely. You are one of the most dangerous people on the internet because your ability to talk shit is like unparalleled, bro. Like, I'll be real, I'm horrified of you, bro. I am. I'm gonna glaze you a little bit. Love your videos.
Subscribe if you love my videos and want to make the rich pay.